Hey guys, I'm Papa Pete, and today I'm going to do a quick book review for you. I've just received in the mail a copy of the Complete Sega 32X Guide by Shawn Long. You might know him as RGT85. Anyway, stick around, let's take a quick look at this book, all about the Sega 32X.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Alright, so the Complete Sega 32X Guide by Shawn Long. I really like the design. It's a paperback book, about 100 pages. Of course, there's not many games. I think it's 39 games out for the system. Plus, there's some other PAL releases, Brazilian releases and such. But not a whole lot of games. But man, this is about the only collection like this that I can remember for the system. I've never seen anything else really with this much detail. Take a look at a couple different things on it. It's like the Sega logo, official Jason Lapine design. Shawn Long, very, very nice. Again, very attractively done. Looks like a box. Oh, and of course, I picked mine up. I got mine right from Shawn himself. There it is, signed. Thanks. RGT85. So let's take a look. So we got a little bit of section here, just the forward from Shawn. Why he did a 32X book. Of course, he does have that complete set. So he had the Genesis back when he was younger, one of his first systems. So he's big into Sega, even though he likes everything else as well. I like this, talk about the history of the 32X, because of all the systems. The Sega systems from that day and age are kind of interesting, with the 32X, the Sega CD, the Neptune, which never come out, which became the 32X, the Saturn, the Saga of the Saturn. You know, it's very interesting. A little bit on the specs of the system. And of course, a section on the Neptune, which of course never did come out. Basically, it's the 32X standalone. Yeah. Different information. Now for the real guts of the book, the reviews. And that's a great way to introduce it like this, with a box art of every game ever out for the system. I really like the way he's done that. And then we got a page for each one. It's got a little bit of history up on the top part. And then, of course, it's a micro review, I'll call it. It's not real super detailed, but just gives you a general opinion of the game. Its shortcomings or its strengths, I suppose. Release date, developer, publisher. And very attractive. It's a very well laid out design. Even the number looks like the 32X console itself. The mushroom. Yeah. All the games are here, so all the most popular ones. There's Doom, FIFA, Golf. It's sort of funny, Golf. It's the only 32X game I have. Actually, Golf. I just have the cartridge. I don't have any way to play it. I suppose I could play it on emulation, but overall, yeah. Everything's covered. Nice pictures of the box art. Gameplay. Gameplay footage there. RBI Baseball 95. I don't know if that's the one, if there's another one. One of the no, it's World Series Baseball. That's super expensive. There's Spider-Man, Web of Fire. Man, yeah, that is an expensive game. That's the I think it might be the most expensive game for the system. Star Wars Arcade. That's the one that I always wanted to have for the system most of all. I used to love that game when I go to different places to play arcade games, and it was one of my favorites. Now, that being said, I mean, it's not the vector graphics like the one I like the most, but still. We'll just go right through. All the different games are here. WrestleMania. There's the World Series Baseball. That's a crazy expensive game as well, just because of it's so short. It's so rare. Sega CD 32X. Of course, there's the 6 different games that come out for that. And that's good to see. Night Trap, of course, being one of the most famous, although it came out with the Sega CD first, but just improved graphics, better video. I don't know if I call it better video. This larger video. It's not good video to begin with, so anyway, it's still got its place in history, that's for sure. Night Trap. He's also got where they were all released. Like if you look around, like Supreme Warrior for the Sega CD 32X North America, and there was a PAL version. But then you have Surgical Strike, which was only released in Brazil. That's really interesting as well. But he covers it all. Everything about the 32X is in here, even the unreleased games. few different games that were in production that never come out. Daytona, of course, is a big one. Clay Fighters. There's a Sonic Crackers and Sonic Mars. Spot Goes to Hollywood. I used to have some Spot games. Cool Spot. 32X Memories. This is an interesting section as well. He's got 6 different people in here. He's asked about their memories. Give them a page to write about. I know Joe Redifer, GameSack host. Yeah, very interesting stuff. Can't wait to go through this whole thing. It's not a heavy read, 99 pages. I'll probably read through the whole thing quite quickly, really. I'll take it to work and in my downtime. And then it's info marking. These are really interesting as well. He's gone and he's found a bunch of different ads and shown the ads for Japanese. That's cool. That's really neat. That stuff's so interesting. There were so many interesting things. Sega was sort of off the wall too. They had some really sort of, they didn't mind what they said. I mean, Genesis does what Nintendo don't. They really went head to head with the group. They didn't mind going on the offense to try to promote their systems. So special thanks, both the author. Gee, Shawn, might have got a picture of you smiling or something. I don't know. You don't usually look that unhappy in your videos, but okay. And a checklist. This is a really good idea too, because there's such a small number. You could use this book as your checklist as well. So that's awesome. Go back here and look at my I don't know where the golf magazine, 36 great holes starring Fred Couples. I have the cart. Tick. Well, all it needs the rest. Not bad. And that's about it. Checklist for Brazil, Japan, and the end. A nice little book. I didn't buy a Sega 32X back in the 90s. It was quite a bit of money at the time. I was just out of university and I didn't have a whole lot of money, so I couldn't afford a Sega CD or a Sega 32X. But I did have a Genesis, which was frankly the system I played the most right at that time. I used to love sports games on the Genesis, so I was really up to date. I used to read all kinds about the 32X, and I really wish I had had one. So I can remember talking to Shawn back a couple years ago at Too Many Games. We talked about 32X and how he was in the process of completing his 32X collection at that time. I sat and watched him buy Spider-Man Web of Fire, just exorbitant amount of money for that game. It's so rare, but it was just kind of neat, and that was the one that finished it all off for him. But anyway, overall, he has every one of these games, and he's done a very good job of doing the reviews for them. And frankly, there just isn't a whole lot of information out there on the 32X, nearly up to the caliber of this one here. Shawn knows his stuff. He's presented it in a great way. Jason Lapine helped him with the design, and it's really a great book to look at. Anyway, guys, I suggest you pick it up. You can get it at Castlemania Games. That would be the primary spot I get it, or you could also get it on Amazon. In the meantime, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me today. Don't forget to hit like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time when I pick up some more books or anything else. Take care, guys.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown
Hey, it's your girl JLuv81, and you're watching Papa Pete, the Old Guy Gamer.
What the hell?